Hi, and welcome back to another bite-sized episode. How good was last week's episode with Emily? If you haven't already tuned in, I highly recommend that you do. It was such a pleasure chatting with her. Today, I want to have a little heart-to-heart about a word I hear so often in my coaching work and previously in my clinical work, and one I used to say to myself often as well. The word should. I actually hear it everywhere. I should be doing more. I should have this all figured out by now. I should say yes to that. Relatable? If you're constantly shoulding yourself, you're not alone. We develop these habits, and thankfully, we can also change them. Shoulds can sneak in wearing very convincing disguises. They often sound responsible or productive. But here's the truth. Shoulds can be other people's beliefs that we have taken on and are often internalized pressure or fear that disconnects us from what we actually want or need. And when we're making decisions based on pressure or fear, rather than wisdom, it's no wonder we feel exhausted or out of alignment. Decisions made this way don't give us the life we want. They don't help us take care of ourselves the way we need to. And they often don't leave us feeling great about ourselves. So today, I want to invite you to stop shoulding all over yourself and step into self-leadership. Self-leadership is the practice of choosing from a place of values, care, and clarity, rather than obligation, guilt, or comparison. It allows a more compassionate approach, one that serves you and others much better in the long run. Here's some questions I often ask clients, and I invite you to ask them of yourself. When you catch a should, pause and ask yourself, where did this should come from? Is this something I truly value? And what would I choose if I trusted myself? This is where compassion comes in. We don't beat ourselves up for having shoulds. They're often old patterns from culture, family, or past roles we've played. But we can meet them with curiosity. We can be understanding of how we've developed this shouldy pattern. And we can give ourselves space and grace to choose differently. Self-leadership isn't about always knowing the answer. It's about giving yourself permission to ask a different question, one that honors your capacity, one that considers your values, one that invites you to tune in to the relationship with yourself and seek what you really need or want. So today, my questions for you are, where are shoulds showing up in your life or business right now? What would shift if you replaced those shoulds with a values-aligned choice? And remember, you are the expert on you. And the more you lead from within, the more sustainable your success becomes. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Until next week, go well and go gently with yourself. And do your best to lead from wisdom, not pressure or fear. Take care.